Hello, this is Michelle, and this is my 2.1 Law of Demand redo. To begin, what is the Law of Demand? The Law of Demand can be expressed with a graph showing quantity and price with a line having a downward slope. The Law of Demand says that the price of an item and the quantity demanded have an inverse relationship. This means that people will buy more of something when the price falls and vice versa. So now there's the question of whether to know when there is either a movement or shift in the demand curve. So to know if there will only be a movement in the demand curve, that will only occur usually when the company that produces an item only is going to be changing the price, and people are going to have the same amount of demand for that object no matter what the price is. However, a shift in demand will occur when there is a major shift that will cause some type of intervention in the demand people want of an object. So that can be an increase or a decrease in demand, and this usually occurs when there is a shift in the number of consumers, related goods, income, preferences, or expected future prices. All of these would either lead to an increase or decrease in the demand curve. Another important part of the demand curves are the increase or decrease of demands. So, an increase in demand will happen when there is a shift to the right and the overall price will be increased, and then also the total quantity would be increased as well. However, a decrease in demand will be shown as a shift to the left with an overall decrease in price and an overall decrease in the quantity supplied. Now, with the determinants of demand stated right here, let's begin with number of consumers. If our number of consumers increased, we'd have an overall increased shift in demand, with quantity increasing and price also increasing. Our next example is related goods. This includes substitutes and complements. When it comes to milk, a complement can be milk. So let's say our overall demand for cereal, let's say cereal increases in price. So now, when cereal has an increase in price, the demand for milk is going to decrease because people are not going to want to buy the cereal because of how expensive it is. Another determinant is income. This includes inferior and normal goods. So for example, let's say the economy goes into a recession. This causes incomes to decrease. However, due to this, the overall demand would increase, leading to an increase in price and an increase in quantity. And this is all while assuming that milk is an inferior good. Next determinant is preferences. So for example, let's say that people's preference for milk goes up. And so everyone wants milk now. That would lead to an increase in demand, which is a rightward shift, causing to an increase in price, but also an increase in quantity. Lastly, with expected future prices, let's say consumers are expecting the price of milk to increase. This would lead to an overall increased shift in demand with an increase in price and an increase in quantity demanded.